Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of RPG Radio. I am your host, Winback, and today we're playing some Monster Hunter. This game has builds, I like making characters, and I can make lots and lots of stuff in this game. It's fantastic. With the most recent title update, we've got the Flaming Espinas, who is on the menu today, taking a nap right behind us. But it is a YouTube video, so feel free to like, comment, and subscribe your heart out while we get everything prepped up for this bad boy. I have not made a Monster Hunter build video before on this channel. I've done a little bit of editing, had some fun with the game, but let's get started. It's our first time. We've got to wake this big boy up. Got the right switch skill on. Missing him? Kinda. I don't feel like I landed that full bullet barrage, but you know what? That's just fine. The build, all the skills, everything for what I am playing currently will pop up on the screen, so you can take a look at those if you need a more in-depth look, but I'll talk to you about them too. So, I, truth be told, did not have a water weapon coming into this fight, so I went ice instead. It's not like he has a weakness to ice, but he doesn't have a not weakness to ice, so yeah. And in terms of the gear that we were rocking, if you didn't catch it just there, I've got 4 pieces of the Bazel Geist X set, which is the head, chest, gloves, and the skirt. We're rocking the Anjanath Greaves as well, on top of the Lunagaron Frostmoon Gunlance. Yes, I play Gunlance. I also play Chargeblade, which we may see pop up, but it is infinitely more difficult for me than this, which is just block it till you make it and whittle the enemy down. May not be the fastest thing in the world to do while I'm still getting into all the damage and whatnot that you do with this weapon, but I've been having fun so far. Oh, yes, and the ability to boost away from certain death pretty quickly is pretty fun. If you're not a Gunlance player, what is wrong with you? I'm just kidding. Everything in Monster Hunter is fun. All the weapons are fun for different reasons, but you know what? This is just my favorite. I like being tanky, I like being impenetrable, and that leads me over to our skills. Oh my god, the skills. Let's talk about that. So I got a full list here. I'll just kind of go down them with you if you didn't catch them on at the beginning. So we've got Agitator number 1. That's kind of where a lot of our damage comes in. That is going to buff up our attack and affinity when the monster gets pissed off. And while affinity may not be a big deal, having a higher attack when it's pissed off is nice. I definitely would always say Agitator is strong. Maybe not strong, but maybe just like middle of the pack, always good, never a bad choice. Next up is Guard. Just regular old Guard. We've also got Guard Up, not to be confused with Guard, but Guard is going to decrease the amount of impact when we are blocking, so we've got a quicker chance to retaliate, and it is going to reduce our stamina depletion when guarding by 50%. So blocking is going to take less of our stamina bar. There's the parry, finally figuring out that the big boy jumps 2 times, and then he's going to eat us. So back to the drawing board. Defense boost is up next. We've only got 5 points into it, but it's going to give us elemental resistance, it's going to give us flat defense, and it is also going to give us a percentage defense bonus. So, again, I like to be tanky, I like to live, and while I may not know all the patterns of all the monsters just yet, this helps me survive. It's fantastic. Razor Sharp just kind of came along with the Bazel Geist set, so, you know, another parry. Fantastic. Got him in the toesies this time. Now he's going to roar. Well, you know what? I'm just going to hide under your taint. Anyway, back to the thing. So Razor Sharp prevents sharpness loss 50% of the time. I do enjoy that. I mean, it's not like I enjoy sharpening ever, so it's cool. And having to sharpen less is fantastic. But it's just kind of a gimme. I wasn't trying to build it, and it came in. Marathon Runner, our stamina depletion is reduced by 50%, so our stamina depletion over time reduced by 50%. I think this is just a give me from the Anjanath Greaves, and the reason that I wanted the Anjanath Greaves was for the Agitator, I think. Yes, that is correct. But Can't say that it's bad. Having plenty of stamina is always a good thing. Means I can block more often, and if I get comboed or stamina or stun locked, my shield should be able to handle most of it, if not all of it. The only thing I've ever gotten fucked up by is the Kushala Daora. Dora the Explorer? That thing. When it eats all your shields. But anyway, guard up is next. There's only 3 to this. 3 things, 3 slots, 3 levels. It just lets you block more and more stuff. And then at full level 3 skill, you get 80% damage reduction when you are blocking, which is nice because sometimes that chip damage just hurts, just like getting comboed by a horn in the ass 2 times. Fantastic stuff. Can you leave me alone? There we go. Go away. No. All right. He does this thing where he looks like he's taking a nap, or he might be a little tired and breathy, but it turns out he's just getting ready to shoulder charge you. So I learned my lesson pretty quick with that, and hold the shield constantly up. This little goober doesn't actually play fair. Not at all. Anyway, artillery is next. I think this is fantastic for Gunlance, anything. This is 30% increased damage to your explosive attack, your B, if you're playing on, well, I don't know what the button is considered for people who are on keyboard or Switch or anything like that, but not your normal unsheathing button, your other button, if that makes sense. Good luck figuring that out. It's my first time. Take it easy on me. Anyway, 30% damage to that, our explosive shells, and then a 50% cooldown reduction on Wyvern's Fire, which is our big cannon shot that we can aim. Just sit down, point, and shoot. It's a huge burst. That's Bullet Barrage. That is not the Wyvern's Fire. I tried to swap the 2 of them in and out there, but I don't know if I used it much in this match, which is a little bit unsettling, because I definitely should have. But anyway, artillery, fantastic for the Gunlance. Would recommend all the time. I think we only have 1 armor piece with artillery, and the rest is taken care of by a decoration. Heroics is up next. I think we only have 3 points into this, so at level 3 you're getting 5% attack, 100 defense, but that is only when you fall below 35% health, which I believe is that, we still got the sharpen even though we ate a horn to the face, which I believe is that little arrow signifier on our health bar. So once we hit that mark, we're getting that increased defense and attack, which is fine. I usually heal myself up a lot earlier than that, and I might be wasting the heroics, but at the same time, I just get hit by too many fireballs, apparently. And poisoned by the fireballs that just last in the poison cloud. Load shells is next. We're getting this from the Bazel skirt, I believe. Let me double check my notes. Yes, 2 from the Bazel skirt, and this means that our reload is going to be faster, and our Gunlance is going to get +1 ammo to its explosive stuff. So you can see up there next to our sharpness bar in the top left, normally we would only have 4 shells with this lance because it's a normal type, but since we have got load shells, we got another one making it 5, which is fantastic. Absolutely in love with this ability for any Gunlance build, even though it can get a little bit hairy to pick up sometimes. There's also some fire res. We've got that. I don't think we have a whole lot of that. Maybe like 1 level, but I think the gear itself is doing plenty, if I remember. Attack boost, also one of that. Some of these skills are just coming off of extras from decorations or it's a talisman. That's it, talisman. Offensive guard coming from a decoration. We only have 1 point in it, unfortunately, but offensive guard is going to give you 5% increased attack for a period of time when you perfectly time a block. So if you manage to block an incoming, nice dodge. I didn't even notice he was doing that right away because he was turned around. So pretty proud of that one. Yeah, but offensive guard is just like perfect blocked it, and then you get 5% increased attack damage. I think it can go up to 15 or 20% increased based on the block, which is fantastic. Super good for anybody with a shield. I love it. And then lastly, there is a quick sheath. There's just one banger in quick sheath. And that just means we can put the weapon away faster. So I don't do a lot of weapon putting away in this particular match, but seeing as how the Gunlance takes 1,000 years to put away anyway, it never seems like a bad option. Oh, we missed. He backed up. What a slimy little goober. Anyway, attacking his toesies some more, burning them down. If you need the specifics on the gear and the skills, our Bazel set, let's see. For artillery, we've got 1 coming from the head for the Bazel X, and then I've got 2 from a decoration. So there we do. And then guard, for all those skills, we've got 2 in head, 1 coming from arms, 1 coming from skirts, and 1 coming from decorations, because when you're that close to completing that ability, you might as well. There's the marionette spider. Gotta try and yoink him into the wall here. Excuse me, sir, can you come over here? I know you like fireballs, but you're kind of annoying. There we go. Don't pull the tether. Nice. Didn't break it. Bashed him into all the ice bugs. And now we get a free bullet barrage in the wing, because I'm terrible at aiming this skill for some reason. All right. Well, got a boost over. Smack these into ice. Missed it. Great. Now they're ice. And now what's going to happen when I boost away, I'm going to turn them back to blast, because I am too dumb to remember that there is a backdraft on the booster. So that sucks. Anyway, time to bash him in there. Took some damage. Bash him again. Regain that footing until he falls over. There it is. All 3 of them down. Double knockdowns. See if we can actually aim this bullet. Nope, can't. Gonna waste a wire bug thinking that I'm hitting the right button, thinking that my weapon is out. Perfect. Hit him in the feet, but didn't hit him as seamlessly as I would have liked. Anyway, back to the skills. Let's see. So, yeah. Razor Sharp was next. There was 1 in head, 1 in chest, and then 1 in skirt. There's only 3 levels to that ability, so all of it's coming from the Bazel. It's a gimme, like I said. Agitator, we got 2 from chest, 2 from arms, 2 from legs. Also pretty easy. Load shells is just a gimme. You're getting 2 from the skirt, so if you ever just want load shells in your build, you can slap on the Bazel X skirt and have a good time. Guard up is chest for 2 points, arms for 1 point. Heroics is coming from a decoration for 3 points. It's a big decoration. Defense boost is also coming from decorations. And then Marathon Runner has got 2 from the Anjanath Greaves and 1 from a decoration. And that's it. That's all the build stuff. I guess we can talk a bit about those switch skills and the switch swap skills that we're using, because wow, he's a stompy guy. He did not... I forgot he could do that. He can actually walk and shoot his gigantic death ball. The Flaming Espinas is in no way, shape, or form an easy fight. I did have to give this a dry run prior to, just to figure out some patterns, some abilities, some stuff that he does. But those good old flash bombs are always going to be good to break up the momentum of the monster if you are getting eaten alive. Where was I? Right, so switch skills, bullet barrage, it feels like it's probably just too much damage not to have for the Gunlance, especially if you can aim it correctly, when I'm still struggling with that. But, yeah, got the weapon out this time, don't want to fuck it up again, got to get the right range too, because if you get too close, you go through the monster and you don't hit them at all. So if you're aiming for that dome piece, make sure that you are positioned correctly. Now, apart from that, bullet barrage is... it reacts faster depending on how well loaded, I guess your Gunlance is. So if you are completely empty on shells and you are waiting for the cooldown of your Wyvern's Fire, the bullet barrage has to sit there and charge before it can go in. Now, if you have all of those things ready to go, the bullet barrage will fire immediately. Damn, another headshot. Doing the Lord's work here. So, I'm 90% sure that everything I've seen, that it's very good. It definitely seems like it does a lot of damage, even though I have a horrible time aiming it. I'm trying to get better at that. But the other ability, or the other switch skills that we're using, we have got the booster. I cannot remember what it is called, but you just lay down your Gunlance backwards, use it as a rocket boost to go in. Ooh, nice. Okay. Super good parry. Way to go. Past me. We're doing great. Anyway, really good mobility tool. Really good for getting in. Really good for unloading your full shells. So once you blast in, you can lay it down, and then when you land, you can unload the entirety of your Gunlance shells into the monster. So really good, really big AoE stuff. Good for hitting multiple parts if you're good at that kind of thing. I like it just for moving around, and I really can't overstate that. Next is Quick Reload. Quick Reload is, gotta do another one, mid-air boost away. Can't get hit by that gigantic supernova of poison and death. I'm not gonna... Okay. I thought maybe I had a chance to sharpen, but I guess not. Anyway, large Wyvern tears are awful, and I hate them. And we're talking about Quick Reload. Quick Reload is super handy for the Gunlance because it lets you reload your Gunlance shells in the middle of combat. So you may have noticed a couple times, go to sleep, buddy, have a nap. Oh, you're so many sleepies this time. Let's see. Now we got to pull out the bullet barrage again in the face with some extra damage there because he's sleeping, and he's paralyzed because my cats are absolutely fantastic. Gonna go ahead and take the time to sharpen because my cats, they throw sleep toads, they throw paralysis toads, and they throw poison toads. I've got one heal cat and one steel cat, but the steel cat is all about giving me the endemic life barrage. It's fantastic. I love him. It's great. Where was I? No, we didn't finish talking about Quick Reload. You might see it. I mean, you should see it plenty. That was Guard Reload because I'm on the wrong fucking scroll. But Quick Reload will let you go from a combo between your stab and explosion skills. So your YB, you can dump a whole bunch of damage in doing that combo with your shells and your stabs, and then you can reload it and continue on. Or no, when you quick reload, you get access to your overhead swing, and you can use your next switch skill, the Erupting Cannon. Erupting Cannon. Ooh, I still managed to hit him between his legs and the tail. Nice. Erupting Cannon is going to add the pike from your Gunlance. You're going to stab it into the monster. It's going to explode real quick, unlike the other option for the switch skill. But once you do that, you get... Oh, God, what does it do? It increases some damage. Man, I don't remember if it's... I don't remember if it's explosive damage or if it's stabby damage. Whatever the case may be, I like it because it's faster. I like using Erupting Cannon for whatever buffs it gives you that I can't remember, and because when you use it, I just missed. That's okay. Well, I don't know. I haven't been keeping track, but that's the first miss that I've noticed while I'm recording. So nice. The Erupting Cannon, it just lets you move. The other one, the stake, when you stab it in there, you got a massive cooldown. He hit me, I hit him, everybody's happy, everybody goes home a winner. And I don't like standing still with the other one for so long. It might do more damage, And it is cool, just ramming it in there, getting the big explosion and stuff. But Erupting Cannon is definitely more safe, more stable, and that's what I need for being a tanky, survivable Gunlance user. Now, I think that's it. Ow, he actually got me. And because it's a poison explosion, my turtle didn't save me because I was poisoned after being saved by it. So you can still die from poison, which hurts me deeply in the soul. I am upset. But that's not going to stop me from picking up another turtle and going right back in there with my balls out. So what do we talk about? We got bullet barrage out of there. We got boosters, erupting cannon, quick reload. I think that's it, right? I missed the flash bomb. Well, you, sir, are lucky. Now we're just going to have to fight mano-y-mano with your broken face and your broken chest, but not broken tail or broken wings or legs. It's fine. I've just been hitting all the important parts. Anyway, for my blue swap scroll, I do change occasionally. Nope, that's right, the counter. How could I forget the counter? Oh my god, the best skills swap skill, switch skill ever. The counter is my favorite part about playing Gunlancer, and it is fantastic. You do have to time it a little bit, because, you know, your character doesn't just sit there forever like some counters, but when you do get the counter, you get to get an overhead swing, a second follow-up, and then you can go right into your erupting cannon stab if you don't get, you know, bum rushed like I did. But the counter is incredible. You can't counter everything, unfortunately. It works kind of like the block, but it is so good, and I love it. And yeah, there you go. Now, the blue swap scroll that I use is different from the red. So for blue, I think I use guard reload. I don't know if I should be doing that because it doesn't feel great. But I also use hail cutter and reverse explosion, I think it's called. I can't remember. It's basically reverse booster. But for hail cutter, when I move over to the blue scroll, we use hail cutter to reduce the cooldown of my wyvern fire cannon. So the little cooldown bar underneath your stake up there in the top left, you can reduce that by using hail cutter. And when you use hail cutter, you do that by either using 2 wire bugs, left trigger and Y, on the controller, not on the keyboard. But then you jump up into the air and you swing down, and when you swing down, you get the cooldown reduced. You can also do it mid-air, so if you're boosting towards an enemy, you can slap left trigger and Y to get the hail cutter in mid-air, and you go immediately into the downward slice, which gives you the cooldown reduction on your wyvern fire, which is fantastic. That's really why I like to use it. I also like the reverse boost for this switch skill as well, because the reverse boost, unlike the counter, just kind of gets you away, and I believe it gives you like big armor, so you can't be interrupted when you're boosting away. But it is almost instantaneous to get you away from big things, like in this case the flaming Espinas supernova thing. If you catch yourself in the middle of that and you haven't got enough time to charge up your regular boost, you can just use 1 wire bug and hightail it backwards while being uninterruptible and saving yourself from certain danger. It is really cool, would highly recommend, but is definitely more situational than the counter. Stop screaming, sir. This is a Wendy's. I'm going to need you to calm down. Now, all things considered, that's the whole build. I talked about it. You got the switch skills. You got the regular skills. You got the armor. You're going to jump on me? Ooh, you got the jump. Gonna smack your toesies. Where you going? That's a wall. Ooh. Okay. Well, that middle one's always going to get me. He's in trap range, so we're just going to go ahead and rip it. I don't think that the monster is going to kill me. I'm not super worried, but, you know, why not just pull the trap, make it end quickly. Nice stomp. Gonna stomp you right into the trappers. I also really like this monster. The Espinas in general is a really fun dragon. I like how spiky it is. I like that it does multiple status debuffs. It's just fun. It's a fun time. Compared to the Violet Mizutsune, it's definitely higher up on the list in terms of fun fights. So anyway, that was my build. That was my Flaming Espinas run. I think that was the second time I ever fought it. So feels good, man. But thanks so much for watching. If you made it to the end, this is your Monster Hunter man doing the stuff. And let me know if you like these videos. I really enjoy Monster Hunter, and I play it quite a bit in my off time, so you'll be seeing more of these as the days go by. But that's it for me. Peace out, everybody. See you later.